Hey everybody. Okay, so for today's experiment, I think that every good scientist should know how to make a airplane, paper airplane. I've got some weird hair going on today. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna take my piece of paper and I'm gonna fold it the long way. Okay, and then I make sure that these corners touch and these corners touch. So now that I have it the long skinny way, I can take my thumbnail, and I can rub it right down that fold. Now, when I do that, I'll show you what I find easiest. So I have this nice fold line. I am just going to draw a red line all the way down that fold line. Okay, now I can see that. At the top of my paper, across the top, I'm going to put a blue line, and then I'm going to put another blue line. That's at the very top of the paper. This is the hardest thing that kids have a hard time understanding, and I'll show you why. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole blue line and I'm going to put it on the red line, just like that, so that I have a triangle at the top. Now I'm going to take this blue line and I'm going to put it on the red line. I put the whole blue line right there. That's the hardest part about making an airplane. So now I have something that looks like this. I have two triangles up at the top. So guess what I'm going to do again? I'm not going to do a red line. Well, I can do a red line. Do a red line right down the middle of those two triangles. Okay? Now, this is where I'm going to put the blue line this time. I'm going to put the blue line on this edge of the triangle. Whoop. Just like that. And I'm going to put this blue line on the edge of the triangle. Okay, so the blue lines go on the top of the paper both times. So once I've got that, take a look. I'm going to take this blue line and I'm going to put it on the red line. That's a little bit tricky because I want that whole blue line on the red line. I fold it and it should look like that. Big triangle. Okay, now I'm going to fold this blue line and I'm going to put it on the red line. So that I should have something pointy like that. I'm going to walk you through this whole thing one more time. Take my paper. I fold it in half the long way, just like this. Now, I put a red line all the way down the middle. I put a blue line on this side on the top. I put a blue line on this side of the top. The blue line is going to touch the red line. This blue line is going to touch the red line. I make a new red line right here so that I know it's in the middle. I put a blue line on this edge. I put a blue line on this edge. Now, this is tricky. This whole blue line has to touch the red line. And you've got to kind of fiddle with your paper a little bit. It should look nice and sharp and pointy like that. Then I'm going to take this blue line. It should touch the red line. And now I smooth it down with my nail. Smooth it down here. And now, boys and girls, look. When I fold this up like this, whoa, it's starting to look like a super cool airplane. Now, the last part is a little bit tricky. If you want, you can put a red line on this fold right here at the bottom. And then you got it. I'm going to put a blue line on the top. And it can go the whole way if you want. That's where it gets tricky. I flip it on this side and I do a blue line all the way on the top, like that. Now I have a red line on the bottom, have a blue line on the top here, and a blue line on the top here. Now, if you are able, watch what you're gonna do. You're gonna take this blue line all the way down to the red line one more time, that whole side, and then I smooth it out. That whole blue line gets folded over. And then I do that on the other side. I make the whole blue line touch the red line. Once I've done that, can straighten it out a little bit. There you go. Love it. You could make a target. You could see how far it goes. See if it could go through a hoop. Super cool.